Well, it's day 4 of a government shutdown, and Democrats remain defiant. So why exactly is Chuck Schumer doing this? Well, let's take a look back. Here's why. This is from April. I remember it vividly. A Siena College poll that showed Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez as the most favorable politician in New York, surpassing Governor Hochul and, oh wait, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer as well. Then there was this. It didn't stop. There was a poll from a liberal group, Data for Progress, showing AOC leading Schumer in a head-to-head matchup in a New York primary by double digits, no less. And now we have a Schumer shutdown. He's trying to look tough, cater to that left-wing base. Well, let's bring in one of my favorite guests, former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Kevin, I love speaking with you because you have firsthand knowledge of all of the players involved in this. Chuck Schumer, do you think that's his motive, vanity? You've been in a lot of rooms with him.
Yes, it's pure fear. And also stipulate 13 times he voted for a continuing resolution. Not that he voted for it, he championed it, that government should never shut down. And remember earlier this year, he said he was going to fight, and then he voted for the continuing resolution. He had a brand new book that he worked for a year on right after that. He had to cancel his book tour. The far part of the Democratic base does not like him as leader. He's trying to hold on to be leader, but he's got everybody else. AOC could beat him. The base doesn't like him. He's the most unpopular Democratic leader, and the Democrats are very weak. I'm fearful that this could go on a long time because of the weakness of leadership between he and Hakeem, and they can't tell you what they're fighting for. It's only personally for them, so they could try to stay on a leader and tell the base that they're fighting.
Do you think AOC actually primaries Chuck Schumer?
I believe AOC is actually running for president. She's trolling, and she knows she can beat Schumer, but I think whoever Democrat gets on the ballot will beat Schumer. I think this is the very end of his career. I think both houses are looking for new Democratic leaders. Otherwise, Pelosi wouldn't stay in the House, but somebody else is going to rise up. You look, these two leaders come from New York, and Mamdani is leading to be the mayor of New York, the Democrat nominee. They can't even decide whether they'll endorse him. They can't make their minds up, and that's a weakness in leadership.
You know, we love receipts on this show. Facts is our moniker. So let's bring up some receipts. This is what Democrats used to think about a government shutdown.
Republicans are trying to take the government and the economy hostage.
No reasonable member on either side, Democrat or Republican, wants a government shutdown.
We need to rally out of patriotic love for this nation, to reopen government, to protect our fiscal system.
Think of the suffering, the uncertainty, the pain.
So what changed?
The only thing that changed is political numbers dropped, AOC putting pressure on him, and the socialist wing of the Democratic Party. Now, this normally happens in a place when somebody wins a second term and people get upset with weak leadership. This is what turns to. But this is an example that Schumer's putting himself above the American people. He knows the right thing to do is to keep government open and keep negotiating. But also he knows that when he shuts government down, he releases the power to the executive branch. I think the person who's the adult in the room are the Republicans, but most importantly, President Trump. Look what he's done while they're playing this game. Trying to get peace in Gaza, making sure our streets are safe, stopping drugs from coming to America, and getting more investment in America. While they can't decide whether the one fundamental job they have is to keep government open, they can't even tell you what they're fighting for.
You know, Speaker McCarthy, just a few moments here, but I love predictions. Paul Mauro was right on his prediction with the P. Diddy verdict by way of example. He said 4 years, pretty close to that. I want your prediction on this government shutdown. 35 days was the longest. What's your prediction?
I think this will go probably about 2 weeks. till they find the time to find a way to get out. The tough part is, normally when you know you're going into a shutdown, you find an off-ramp. You actually are the leader to figure out how you're going to get out of the shutdown. Everybody knew this was going to be a shutdown after the last CR because Schumer was so weak, but he never prepared to figure out how to get out of it. That's the important part here.
We're going to keep an eye on that prediction. Kevin McCarthy, good to see you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.